Hello, AP Scholars. We are now taking a look at the codingBat problem luckySum from logic-2. So the way this question works is that you're writing a method called luckySum that takes in 3 int parameters. You might be seeing a pattern with logic-2. And you're supposed to return their sum, but they throw in a wrinkle, and that is if one of the values is 13, then it does not count towards the sum. So 13s you don't add, and the values to the right do not count either. So for example, if b is 13, which is the second parameter, then you don't count b and you don't count c either. And hey, guess what? If a is 13, then you don't count any of the numbers. So we're going to leverage that fact and use some if statements to design our answer. Just going over a couple of the examples here, we can see 1, 2, 3. It's just going to sum up to 6 because there's no 13, so we just add up the numbers. In this example here, 1, 2, 13, it's only going to add the 1 and the 2. The 13 does not get added because that's the whole thing about this problem. luckySum 1, 13, 3 will only return 1 because it doesn't add the 13 and it doesn't add the 3. And the 3 is on the right of the 13, so it doesn't count. So hopefully that explains it if you were having trouble just understanding what the question was supposed to do. If you would like to go try and solve it on your own now, that's great. Otherwise, I'll show you the solution. So feel free to pause or continue. So here's my solution, and I basically have kind of 3 possibilities. I could either have A as 13, B as 13, or C as 13. Well, I guess there's actually a 4th possibility. None of them could be 13. So if A is 13, well, you didn't really have to do anything. You're not counting the 13, and you're not counting the other 2 numbers, so I just return 0. If B is 13, well, I'm not going to count B or C, so I just return A. That's my sum. And if C is 13, well, I'm just going to return A and B because I'm not counting C, but I can count A and B. And last but not least, if none of that is true, then I can just return the sum, A plus B plus C. So you'll notice that I'm using an if-else-if chain. I don't necessarily have to do that because of return. So else if isn't absolutely required here. I could do it like this as well. So I could say else, just if, and then return. And the reason why is because if this is true, return ends the method. It just is done. So I don't have to worry about these happening more than once. So in this case, return is, you could simplify your code a bit and simply just use if statements. That's a great way to do it, by the way. Just be careful not to get confused with when if-else is useful when you're not using return, because otherwise that could trip you up when you're sort of learning this new way of doing things that takes advantage of the return keyword to end your method right then and there. So return's great that way, and this is a good solution here. So thanks, folks. I will go on to the next question, and I hope you're having a good time with these questions, and if you're not, I hope you're asking questions either in Teams or in class. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.